Alright, going to talk real quick about the new Overwatch mode, Capture the Rooster. It's basically the first Capture the Flag mode that Overwatch has had, and it's the special arcade mode that's going on with the new Chinese New Year event. It's a really fun mode. I kind of hope that they bring it into circulation as a main game mode rather than just an arcade mode, because really Capture the Flag is kind of a mainstay in first-person shooters, and it makes a lot of sense here. It does lend itself to kind of quicker characters. There's very much sort of an assault bias, I guess, where you'll see like Lucio, Soldier 76, Sombra, Tracer. These are really good, effective characters to get in there quickly, get the flag, and get the hell out of there. Of course, having smart defense is still really important. So, a well-placed turret from Choreborn, or just setting up good defenses is still really important. But you'll see this is a much faster kind of run in, try to kill everybody, grab the flag, and get the hell out of there. It does change the dynamic a little bit from other modes that we've played so far in Overwatch. I do think, and I think probably my most critical thing would be that there's not a really good tiebreaker mechanic. I don't like how many of the matches do end in a tie. Rather than in your traditional overtime, when there's a tie, I think that it should go into an extended overtime, next point wins type situation. Because, a draw is just not that satisfying. I mean, who wants a draw? Win or lose. So, if they do make a Capture the Flag mode as a main gameplay mode rather than just an arcade mode, I think that they should work in something like that. And I'm sure Blizzard can do that if they want to. We'll talk real quick about a couple other things going on with Overwatch right now. There's been a little bit of outrage over two different things. There's people claiming that the Chinese New Year is off limits because it's cultural appropriation, and I think that it's really silly that people are getting mad at Blizzard for this, because I really think this whole cultural appropriation craze, I guess is the only word I can come up with, but I think this craze really mistakes cultural celebration with cultural appropriation. And it's one thing to mock or make light of some other culture. It's another thing to sort of highlight it and say, look, there's Chinese characters in this game. We are celebrating Chinese culture, a fun Chinese New Year event. And it's really in keeping with a lot of the other stuff. I mean, in Overwatch, we have a lot of diversity already. We've got characters from all over the world. We've got robotic characters. And there's Native Americans, Mexican culture, all kinds of different cultures represented within this game. And I think that the game should continue to celebrate all those different cultures. And I think it's just foolish to say it's cultural appropriation. And finally, Mei's character appears to be thinner in her Chinese New Year outfit than in her regular outfit, and a lot of people are saying that this is intentional, and it's some bad way of making Mei look more thin rather than more chubby, which I guess that's representative of slightly stockier people in the game, or gamers and people like that. First of all, I don't think Mei is supposed to be particularly fat. She's wearing a great big, fur jacket, and she's not exactly thin, but she's certainly not fat. And in the Chinese New Year outfit, she doesn't have the big bulky jacket, or a big bulky fireman jacket, or any of the other bulky clothes she normally has. Instead, she's got a more slimming outfit on. She's not thin, but then again, she never was fat, and I think the whole thing is just so ridiculous. She doesn't have to be any which way. Different costumes can look a little bit different, just like in real life. You can wear one outfit that makes you look a little thinner. You can wear another one that makes you look a little bigger. I mean, a lot of people are sort of constantly dealing with that anyways. We're trying to make ourselves look a little thinner. I honestly don't think it was intentional. I think this is just a different outfit. And if she was actually that much bigger than she is in that outfit, then her coat would look even bigger than it is. So I find it much ado about nothing, as is so often the case in video game controversy land. In any case, Capture the Rooster is awesome, the new skins are awesome, this whole event is awesome, and Blizzard keeps finding ways to take my money. So if you want to talk about controversies, talk about how good Blizzard is at taking my money. Stop it, Blizzard. You know I can't help myself. Thanks for watching.
I don't quit till the fight's done. I've got you in my sights. Thank you.
60 seconds remaining.
动作不许走。
Knock me down and I'll keep getting back up.
We gotta push it.
Recover your flag. 30 seconds remaining.
Work together. Push them back. Our point is under attack.
Double kill.
Only gets better with age. Mission A.
Victory. Play of the game.